Hey guys, welcome to Usta Cyber YouTube channel. Today we are going to overview and discuss new features of Ubuntu latest release 22.04 LTS named as Jammy Jellyfish. Release 22.04 LTS named as Jammy Jellyfish. This release brings several new features. If you are using Ubuntu 20.04 LTS, you will notice numerous visual changes. If you are using Ubuntu 21.10, you already have seen plenty of changes, but there will still be a few new ones in 22.04 LTS release. 1. New dock mode. Ever since Ubuntu switched to GNOME as the default desktop environment, it has featured a Unity-styled full-length launcher. However, the vanilla GNOME has a shorter launcher. Ubuntu 22.04 has a surprise new addition where you can change the size of the dock. It works best when combined with the auto hide feature. You can see it when you disable the panel mode. 2. Accent color selection. With Ubuntu 22.04, you can now choose a different accent color if you dislike the default orange theme. The accent color choices should help you personalize the desktop experience. The folder icons, the notification bar, buttons, and various other elements in your system will reflect the selected accent. 3. New screenshot and screencast tool. Thanks to GNOME 42, Ubuntu 22.04 has a revamped screenshot tool that also includes the screencast option. The new UI lets you take the screenshot of the selected area, entire screen, or current application window. The screenshots are copied to clipboard and saved to the screenshots folder under Pictures directory. The screencast option works under Wayland. That's a good news. However, there is no configuration option on frame rate, output quality, etc. The recorded videos were in poor quality in my test. 4. New multitasking setting. No need to use GNOME Tweaks tool to access these settings. The new 22.04 LTS version. The new multitasking settings allows you to enable hot corners. With that, when you move the cursor to the top left corner, it brings the activities area. Otherwise, you have to go to the left corner and click the activities option. You can also disable the screen edge effect from the multitasking settings. I prefer to have this setting active because it is very helpful when you are multitasking. Keep a PDF or website open in half of the screen and keep the IDE or terminal open in the other half. There is also option to control the number of workspaces and their behavior. If you have multi-monitor setup, you can choose whether the workspaces will be displayed on all monitors or just the primary. 5. New option to enable and disable animations. Ubuntu 22.04 now provides the option to toggle animations in the accessibility setting. What does it change? By default, the animation is enabled, and though you might not have noticed, when you minimize or maximize application windows, go to the activity overview area, there is a slight effect to make the UI more fluid. Never noticed it. You can disable it to see the impact. Disabling animation could give you a tiny performance improvement, but it's mainly for the people who have difficulties with such animation effects. Hence, it is under the accessibility settings. 6. Position of desktop icons. Another change is about the position of the new desktop icons. By default, it is now in the bottom right corner. If you create new folders or documents, it gets created at the position you had selected. But when you arrange the icons, they get placed in the bottom right, or you can change their position to top right, bottom left, or top left. 7. Controlling mounted drives and trash in dock. The settings now enables you to control the behavior of mounted drives and trash icon in the dock. You can choose to show the mounted disks in the launcher or hide them as per your preference. The same goes for the trash icon. 8. Slightly revamped Software Center. Software Center is slightly revamped. The icons are bigger. Licensing information is gone and snaps still get the priority over the deb version. 9. New icon for software and updates. This is really a tiny change, but I am happy to see. Earlier, you had two similar named applications with similar icons, Software Updater and Software and Updates. The icon for Software and Updates is now changed so that it is easier to distinguish between the two applications. 10. Multimonitor settings. If you have two screens, you get the option to join displays, mirror them, or use only one of them. These settings are available for 2 monitor setup only. For 3 or more monitors, you won't see the mirror option. However, you can still drag and arrange their alignment. 11. Fractional scaling up to 225%. Fractional scaling has been available in Ubuntu for the past several versions, but it was restricted to 200%. I noticed that in Ubuntu 22.04, the fractional scaling goes up to 225%. 12. Brand new logo. Ubuntu has a new logo and it is visible everywhere in Ubuntu 22.04. You'll see it while booting into the system, on the login screen, lock screen, and even on the About page. 13. New wallpapers but no dark and light variants. GNOME 42 introduced a set of dual-tone wallpapers that get changed based on the dark and light system themes. This feature is absent from Ubuntu 22.04. You do have a bunch of new wallpapers, though. 14. Improved support for Raspberry Pi. Ubuntu started supporting the desktop edition on Raspberry Pi devices with the release of version 20.10. While it could work on the 8GB version of Raspberry Pi, it struggles on 4GB and won't work on 2GB models. The performance should improve with Ubuntu 22.04, especially with the introduction of ZSwap. 15. Firefox is Snap. Firefox will now be included as a Snap package by default, while you can install the deb package by downloading it separately. Ubuntu recommends Snap. This is a joint effort by Canonical and Mozilla to simplify the maintenance of Firefox across distributions, enhance security, and facilitate faster security updates. 16. Other changes. There are a few other changes you should see in terms of a software offering. There should be newer versions of most of the prominent software. Some of them are OpenSSL 3.0, Ruby 3.0, Python 3.10, 8 Philippine pesos and 10 cents, GCC 11. Ubuntu 22.04 features Linux kernel 5.15 LTS. Hopefully you enjoy the video. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe my YouTube channel.